Welcome to Tactical Talk. This is Zain. The Saudi and Pakistani relationship is a vast and dynamic web of cooperative linkages, age-old bonds of friendship, and undertakings dating from well before the establishment of diplomatic relations. To discuss this topic, we have with us today Senator Sehar Kamran, a Pakistani senator, President of Center for Pakistan and Gulf Studies, CPGS, and also the chair of Pakistan-Saudi Parliamentary Friendship Group in the Senate of Pakistan. Welcome to our show, Senator Sehar Kamran. This is Zain Khan. It's a pleasure to have you on Tactical Talk.
Thank you, Zain. It is always a pleasure talking to you on such important matters of national and international significance.
Let's get to the first question. What is the history of Pakistan and Saudi relationship? When did it all diplomatically start?
Zain, we have a long history. The diplomatic ties and relationship between Pakistan and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is exemplary. The people of Pakistan have always felt a special reverence for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, as it is the birthplace of Islam. And the kingdom also considers Pakistan a leading non-Arab Muslim state. As a matter of fact, our relations extend beyond the norms of traditional diplomacy, and the history is a witness to this fact. If we go to further details, Saudi Arabia was one of the first countries to recognize Pakistan after our independence in 1947, and it is today one of the Pakistan's closest Muslim allies. Historically speaking, relations between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia began long before Pakistan came into existence. And it is a little known fact that the first interaction between members of royal family and the Muslim League occurred in April 1940, when then Crown Prince Saud bin Abdulaziz visited Karachi. He was accompanied by a large delegation, including his 5 brothers, out of which 3 went to become king, later King Faisal, King Fahad, and King Abdullah. The delegation of Crown Prince Saud bin Abdulaziz was warmly welcomed by the Muslim League leaders, and this visit actually laid the foundation of Pak-Saudi relations. So the relations between the two countries in fact started in 1940, and in 1943 Kingdom of Saudi Arabia first came to our support at the appeal of Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. At that time a severe famine had hit Bengal. King Abdulaziz sent the first foreign donation amounting to 10,000 pounds to support the famine-hit people. In 1946, when Muhammad Ali Jinnah sent a Pakistani movement delegation to the United Nations, the Indian National Congress team tried to isolate them by obstructing their engagements. At that time, Prince Faisal bin Abdulaziz, who was leading the Saudi delegation, came to their rescue. Saudi Arabia tried to help the Muslim League delegation, and they also organized an official reception in honor of the UN delegations, and especially invited the Muslim League envoy and introduced the Pakistani movement members to other delegates. Actually, he provided them an opportunity to explain their struggle for a separate homeland. So this all was before the creation of Pakistan. And after our independence, King Saud visited Karachi in 1954. At that time, Karachi was the capital of Pakistan. So during this visit, King Saud also laid down the foundation stone for a housing scheme, Saudabad town, named after the king himself. And today we have many such icons of friendship like Islamic University, King Faisal Mosque, and we have Faisalabad, a town named after King Faisal, and Sharai Faisal. So there are very many icons of friendship between the two countries. Today, our bilateral relations are rising to new heights. From economic to cultural and defense cooperation, we have deep religious affinity and ties. Our friendship and alliance has stood by the test of times, and it is growing stronger day by day. Both countries, Pakistan and Saudi Arabia, are also the members of Organization of Islamic Countries, and both countries continue to support each other on all issues of regional and international importance.
Let's get to the second question. Would you refer to some times where Saudi Arabia looked up to Pakistan's assistance and Pakistan was there for its brotherly country?
Always and always, Pakistan has always been supporting the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Pakistan has always been standing with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Pakistan has made sincere efforts to promote a unified Ummah both as a political and economic entity. As a matter of fact, we have enshrined this in our constitution, in the 1973 constitution, which imposes an obligation on the government of Pakistan to develop closer relations with all Islamic countries, and especially with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Our support and our relations have been exemplary. Pakistan has been standing with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and will continue to stand with our brothers in each and every hour of need. History is rich with the examples of our support, and I would say the noteworthy example is Pakistan's assistance during the Makkah siege in 1979 and our role in freeing the Grand Mosque. Then during the Gulf War in 1990-1991, at Saudi Arabia's request, Pakistan sent troops to protect the Islamic holy cities. As a matter of fact, since the beginning, both countries have maintained close military ties, and Pakistan has provided extensive support and training to the military of Saudi Arabia. Even the pilots of Pakistan's Air Force have flown in the Saudi Arabia's plane in 1969. Then there was a formal agreement signed in 1982 between the two armed forces, and also the Saudi Pakistan Armed Forces headquarters were established in Riyadh. So Pakistan's armed forces have contributed immensely in establishing the Saudi military, and both the armed forces continue to conduct joint military exercises on regular basis. We also have strong economic ties, and Saudi Bank Al Jazeera's structural design was also created by the National Bank of Pakistan. In fact, Pakistanis have played a very important role in the development of the infrastructure in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, in the progress of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. There's a Pakistani diaspora, over 2 million, residing in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, from doctors, engineers, teachers, to professionals in all other fields, to labor. They have played an invaluable role in the progress, in the development of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So these are invaluable contributions. We have invaluable ties, and we have invaluable contributions, which will continue to grow with each passing day.
Would you also refer to some moments in history where Pakistan needed assistance from Saudi Arabia and Saudi Arabia stood by Pakistan?
Yes, Zain, Saudi Arabia is a true and sincere friend of Pakistan, and undoubtedly Saudi Arabia has come forward and supported Pakistan in every crisis situation, whether it were the Indo-Pak wars of 1965 and 1971, or famine in East Pakistan, or the issue of occupied Jammu and Kashmir. nuclear tests, sanctions by the United Nations, or 50,000 barrel oil per day supply from 1999 to 2003, or the polio vaccination. And we will always remember that during the 1970s, Saudi leadership responded to the call of Shaheed Zulfikar Ali Bhutto for the financial assistance in order to respond India's nuclear ambitions after the first Pokhran test. Then there was another important moment in 1974 when Saudi Arabia participated in the Islamic summit that was held in Lahore. Then after the sanctions following the 1998 Pakistan's nuclear tests, Saudi Arabia provided 50,000 barrels of oil per day to Pakistan on deferred payment for a year, and later they cleared these outstanding payments as a gift to Pakistan in times of need. Saudi Arabia has also provided immense humanitarian assistance to Pakistan during natural calamities, whether it was earthquake or disastrous rain and floods. Then the kingdom is also the largest market for Pakistani manpower, with its embassy in Islamabad issuing thousands of visas every month to the Umrah and Hajj pilgrims and to the job seekers.
Senator Sehar Kamran, let's get to a very important question. With Pakistan's former Chief of Army Staff, General Raheel Sharif, commanding the IMCTC, which is a Saudi initiative, how positive does this affect the relations between Pakistan and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia?
Zain, the Islamic Military Counter-Terrorism Coalition is a 41-nation alliance first announced by Saudi Arabia in 2015. This alliance is being headed by Pakistan's former Chief of Army Staff, General Raheel Sharif, which is a manifestation of mutual trust, and it will further contribute towards enhancing cooperation between the two sides, especially in the military domain. Pakistan and Saudi Arabia are close strategic partners, and a former Pakistani Chief of Army Staff heading the coalition is not just a matter of great prestige for Pakistan, it is also a testament to Pakistan's military capabilities, reputation, and vital position in the international community in general and Muslim world in particular. I believe through this coalition, Pakistan will have direct linkage not only with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, but we will also be connected to the other 40 countries in the coalition. And with the Pakistan's former Chief of Army Staff heading this alliance, it will also send a very strong message to the world about Pakistan's commitment to fighting terrorism.
With Saudi Arabia showing interest in investing into CPEC, do you think this initiative will improve further economic ties between Pakistan and the Kingdom?
Then it is truly encouraging that Saudi Arabia has expressed its interest in investment in the China-Pakistan economic corridor. In terms of economic ties between Pakistan and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, I believe there remains great untapped potential waiting to be explored. Strong economic ties will not only strengthen regional connectivity but also boost Saudi Arabia's economy. And I do believe that China-Pakistan economic corridor will bring new economic opportunities for Riyadh, particularly at this time as the kingdom envisions the restructuring of its economy and achieving sustainable growth by 2030. As a matter of fact, China and United States are currently the top two importers of Saudi Arabia's crude oil, but Saudi Arabia could gain further access to Central Asian markets by joining the China-Pakistan economic corridor, and additionally by joining CPEC and getting access to Gwadar port in Pakistan, the kingdom will be entering a geo-economic arena which will create numerous new economic opportunities for the kingdom. So I believe it's a great opportunity, and we look forward to Saudi Arabia heavily investing in Pakistan, especially in the China-Pakistan economic corridor.
Let's get to the last question. As a Pakistani senator, how do you see the future of the relations between Pakistan and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia?
Zain, not only as the member of the Senate of Pakistan and the chair of the Parliamentary Friendship Group of Pakistan and Saudi Arabia in the Senate of Pakistan. But also as a common Pakistani, I foresee a bright and stronger future between the two brotherly countries. I myself have lived in Saudi Arabia for over 20 years, and it has always been a second home to me. I would say Pakistan has always stood by Saudi Arabia to safeguard the sanctity, security, and protection of the holy mosque, Kaaba Baitullah, and Masjid al-Nabawi, and will always continue to do so, as this is a matter that is close to the hearts of all 200 million Pakistani citizens. There might be minor challenges. Minor challenges may arise as they do in all other relationships, but the strength of our friendship will overcome all roadblocks and hurdles, inshallah, and Pakistan and Saudi Arabia will continue to strengthen their relations and will remain close allies and close friends. But I would say the brotherly relations will continue forever.
Thank you so much, Senator Sehar Kamran, for being on Tactical Talk. It's always a pleasure having you.
Thank you, Zain. It was lovely talking to you on a subject which is very close to my heart. Long live Pakistan, Saudi Arabia friendship. Long live Pakistan, long live Saudi Arabia.
This was Senator Sehar Kamran, a Pakistani senator, the president of Center for Pakistan and Gulf Studies, CPGS, and also the chair of Pakistan's Saudi Parliamentary Friendship Group in the Senate of Pakistan. We were discussing the relationship between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia. Until the next episode of Tactical Talk, this is Zain Khan. Take care and goodbye.